Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. It is main event time on Summerslam 2022 card. And it is the Undisputed Universal Championship. I'm sorry, the Unified Undisputed. Is the Undisputed Unified? No, it's not. It's the Undisputed Universal Championship on the line. As Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the big dog, defends against the beast, Brock Lesnar. Now, my hot take about this match was as simple as plain. I said this match would probably be the better match or the best match that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar ever had. Because to this point, their best match was their very first encounter. Their other matches, not really that good. Let's think about it. They met for the first time at WrestleMania 31. Again, that was their best match. And, of course, history was made on that night, too. Then WrestleMania 34. That was the main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Yes, there was blood involved, but even that couldn't sway the match to be any better. Brock won that night, which I believe he actually shouldn't. I think Roman should have won that match. The greatest Royal Rumble, they had a steel cage match, and that was controversial because Roman spears Brock out the cage, and Brock's back just hits, so boom, Brock wins. Then they have their rematch at SummerSlam. Roman finally becomes Universal Champion. Then they have their anticipated rematch. At this point in time, it was a very anticipated match in 2021 at Crown Jewel. Roman won that one. And then, of course, their last match was at WrestleMania, this past WrestleMania, for both the WWE and the Universal Championships to unify both, and Roman won that. That's why he is the champion that he is now. So all those matches, I'm truly believing that this match will be the best match at all. And to tell you the truth, this match was wild. A lot happened I didn't think would happen, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, first off, Roman Reigns comes out first. Okay, he goes Nashville, SummerSlam, acknowledge me, all that. Then Brock comes out. Brock's smiling, but Brock is ready to go. Before Brock even walks down the ramp, he actually goes to the left. And right there on the left was a very large tractor. So Brock puts on his signature flannel and then puts on a hat, or his signature cowboy hat, and rides the tractor to the front, to the ring. So when I seen that, I said to myself, okay, that tractor may come into play. So now I'm a little bit intrigued of what exactly could happen with this tractor. So from there, they're doing introductions. Brock is on top of the front of the tractor. He's on top. Did his introduction right up there. Then as Greg Hamilton's doing Roman Reigns' entrance, Roman turns around. Brock jumps off the front of the tractor, and boom, that's how the match starts. And from there, it was a wild time. We saw Samoan drop through the table. We saw Uranagi through a table. Brock got up both 2 Superman punches, then a spear. Brock got up from that. Brock puts Roman through a table with like a front slam. Roman gets up from that. Then Brock proceeds to carry Roman throw him into the claw of the tractor, lifts the claw up, puts it in front of the ring, and then to drop Roman right there. So that's the first instance of the tractor in play. I was like, okay. I'm hoping there was more. And there was. So, Roman's getting up. Brock goes back to the tractor. Just goes back. Puts the claw down. Brock drives straight. He drives straight towards the ring. The claw pushes the ring back to pretty much where the announce table is. So now I'm sitting here like, okay, what the hell are you doing, Brock? What are you doing? Then Brock takes the claw, puts it under the ring, and then proceeds to lift the claw up, thus lifting the ring up. So from this point to the end of the match, the ring was not only up, but it was no longer a thing. Like, the ring was no longer a thing. So I'm sitting there like, okay, interesting. So for the rest of the time, they were literally on the outside wrestling. So I'm just like, all right. I just didn't know what to think because this was so weird to me. So then here comes the Usos out of nowhere, which I was like, okay, it's about time the Usos come in. The Usos come in, they try to get the jump on Brock. Brock says it was suplex. It's a belly to bellies, Germans. And the Usos are out of commission for the moment. Here comes Paul Heyman walking in front of Brock. He's telling Brock, enough. You know what? You want to be champion? Here you go. He gives him both titles. And he says, new Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. You happy? Because Brock, at this point, Paul is tired. He's tired of the carnage. He's tired of everything. Brock puts the titles down, picks up Paul Heyman. And for the first time in I don't know how many years, Paul Heyman takes a bump. A massive bump. Because Brock F5s Paul Heyman through the announce table. And from there, Paul Heyman never moved. Like, he never moved. He never made a movement. He was no part of the match anymore. So then, okay, so then Brock and Roman hit each other. Both of them are knocked out for the count of 10. Both are laid out. Then the next thing you hear is A-Town down. Here comes Austin Theory. So Austin Theory is now running with the ref. He's about to cash in Money in the Bank. He's now ringside. He hits Roman with the briefcase. And now then gives the briefcase to the ref. He's telling the ref, cash in, I'm ready to cash in. Brock right behind him gives Theory a F5 right on the briefcase. So then Roman gets up. No, I'm sorry. The Usos hit a double super kick at first. Brock is dazed. Boom, Roman hits a spear. Brock's getting up. So Brock's up. And this point, Roman is tired. Roman's done. Roman wants to stand. So then Roman gets the Money in the Bank briefcase and just starts wailing on Brock with it, just hitting him constantly. Boom, 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 boom. Brock gets up. So now we're just like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, this is what made this interesting. How are you going to put Brock Lesnar down in his very first last man standing match? Well, Roman found a way. So then he takes the WWE Championship. Boom. Cracks Brock with it. Brock gets up. You hear Michael Cole in the background like, how the hell are you going to put this man down? And I'm thinking the same thing. So then Roman gets thrown the Universal Championship. Like, here you go. Roman catches it, got the Universal title. Boom, hits Brock with it. This time doesn't wait for Brock to get up. Instead, he takes part of the announce table, buries him with it. The Usos are up, helping bury Brock. The announce table, chairs, the stairs, all that. Roman gets on top. The count is at 10. The match is over. Roman Reigns is still the Universal Champion. I was right. I believe this is still the best match. I believe this is the best match Brock and Roman has ever had. I wholeheartedly believe that. I do. I stand on that. Because it was a wild match. It was very wild, very all over the place. But I believe this is still the best match those two ever produced. What's next for Roman? Roman got Drew McIntyre September 3rd, Clash at the Castle. I think this will probably be the last time we see Brock for a while. So, time will tell with that. When Theory will cash in, I don't know. Only time will tell with that. And this was SummerSlam 2022. Felt like a very normal pay-per-view. Maybe except the first match. That was just a big surprise and everything. I was just surprised at how everything ended. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how everything goes. You know what it is, man. But until this has been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all love, support as always. I might make a video on Monday. Now that SummerSlam is over, and now Classic Castle will be the first pay-per-view that Triple H will truly oversee. So maybe want to see some things for the future. I gotta talk about that. And yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, peace, love, want it. You heard?